The silent collapse. How hedonism is destroying America. As the sun sets over a bustling city, neon lights flicker, advertising yet another nightclub, casino, or celebrity scandal. The streets are alive with people chasing momentary pleasure, drinking, partying, indulging in whatever feels good in the moment. Yet beneath this glittering surface lies a crumbling foundation. America, once built on strong family values, hard work, and moral integrity, is being slowly eaten away by hedonism. The pursuit of pleasure at any cost is leading to a society that is spiritually lost, emotionally drained, and morally bankrupt. The signs of decay are everywhere, from broken families to skyrocketing crime rates, from mental health crises to economic instability. The very soul of the nation is at stake, but many are too distracted by entertainment and self-indulgence to notice. The breakdown of family structure. Take a look at the modern American family, or rather what is left of it. Divorce rates have soared, and single-parent households are becoming the norm. In many communities, fathers are absent, leaving children to grow up without guidance or discipline. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, over 18 million children live without a father, a statistic that correlates strongly with increased crime, drug use, and school dropouts. Marriage, once considered sacred, is now seen as optional or even unnecessary. Instead of commitment, many prioritize personal pleasure, engaging in fleeting relationships with no long-term stability. Social media and hookup culture have normalized promiscuity, reducing love to nothing more than a temporary thrill. Meanwhile, children raised in such unstable homes suffer the consequences, struggling with emotional trauma and a lack of moral direction. Crime and lawlessness, a society without restraint. When a society values pleasure over responsibility, crime is inevitable. Major cities like San Francisco, Chicago, and New York are witnessing a surge in theft, drug-related offenses, and violent crimes. Criminals act with impunity, knowing they will likely face little to no consequences. The root cause? A culture that celebrates instant gratification and personal gain, regardless of the harm done to others. Looting and riots, once rare, are now frequent occurrences, with people justifying theft as a form of self-expression or protest. Drug cartels thrive, feeding America's ever-growing addiction crisis, while law enforcement is pressured to stand down to avoid being labeled as oppressive. The result? Neighborhoods become unsafe, businesses shut down, and communities crumble under the weight of lawlessness. Moral decay and the corruption of the youth. Turn on the television, scroll through social media, or glance at a billboard, and the message is clear. Immorality sells. Music, movies, and influencers openly promote promiscuity, rebellion, and selfishness. Young minds are bombarded with messages that tell them happiness comes from indulging in their every desire. Pornography is more accessible than ever, corrupting millions of young minds and destroying real relationships. Modesty and decency are mocked, replaced with shamelessness and vulgarity. Even children are not spared. Drag queen performances in public libraries, explicit sexual education in schools, and the normalization of unnatural lifestyles are becoming common. The result? A confused generation with no clear sense of right and wrong, raised to believe that morality is relative and that pleasure is the ultimate goal in life. Mental health crisis. The consequences of an empty life. Despite the illusion of fun and excitement, America is drowning in a mental health crisis. Depression, anxiety, and suicide rates are at all-time highs, especially among young people. Celebrities, influencers, and social media stars appear to have everything: fame, fortune, and endless pleasure. Yet many openly admit to feeling empty and lost. Robin Williams, a beloved comedian, took his own life despite making millions laugh. More recently, high-profile social media influencers have died from drug overdoses, their glamorous lives hiding the deep sadness they felt inside. Why? Because hedonism promises happiness but delivers emptiness. Drugs, alcohol, and casual relationships may bring temporary pleasure, but they never fulfill the deeper need for purpose and meaning. The human soul craves connection, faith, and higher purpose, things that hedonistic culture rejects. Economic and social decline, the price of pleasure. A society built on pleasure instead of discipline is bound to collapse. America's national debt is over $34 trillion, fueled by reckless spending and consumerism. People spend money they don't have on things they don't need, all in pursuit of momentary happiness. Meanwhile, productivity declines as more people prefer leisure over hard work. Government assistance programs are overwhelmed as millions refuse to work, choosing instead to live off welfare and government benefits. The economic system is cracking under the weight of a generation raised to believe that effort is optional and entitlement is a right. This decline isn't just financial, it's social. Fewer people are willing to take responsibility for their lives, expecting others to clean up their mess while they continue to indulge in pleasure. The weakening of religious and moral values. As hedonism spreads, faith declines. Church attendance is at record lows, and religious values are increasingly seen as outdated or oppressive. Those who stand for traditional morality are mocked, silenced, or even punished. Schools and workplaces push secularism aggressively, discouraging any public display of faith. Without God, society loses its moral anchor, leading to chaos and confusion. The result? A society where truth is subjective, morality is flexible, and self-worship replaces devotion to the Creator. Final warning, a nation on the brink. If America continues down this path, the future is bleak. History has shown that great civilizations collapse when they embrace hedonism. Rome, Greece, and Babylon all fell when they prioritized pleasure over discipline and morality. The warning signs are clear: crime, immorality, mental illness, economic instability, and the breakdown of the family. Yet, hope is not lost. The solution lies in returning to strong moral values, embracing faith, and rejecting the empty promises of hedonism. Individuals, families, and communities must take a stand, prioritizing righteousness over pleasure and responsibility over self-indulgence. If America does not change course, it risks becoming just another fallen empire, destroyed not by an external enemy, but by its own moral decay. The question remains, will the nation wake up before it's too late? If you found this deep dive into the hidden dangers of hedonism eye-opening, then you won't want to miss what we have coming next. We are dedicated to bringing you valuable, thought-provoking content that uncovers the truth and challenges the narratives shaping our world. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Join our growing community of truth seekers as we explore the issues that matter most. Your support helps us continue delivering powerful insights that mainstream media won't touch. Stay informed, stay aware, and let's stand for truth together.